So I'm going to work on this kata here for 1 hour probably. Then look at the solutions. I don't expect that I will be able to solve it in 1 hour. But just to practice and do this. Then I have some stuff to do, then I'll probably come back later and work on the Kaggle competition challenge. Uh, maybe the Kaggle one, or maybe some polygon stuff that I wanna do. Slain Bob, I missed again. Every time there's an interesting number coming up, he notices and then probably forgets. Catch one of interesting mileage numbers. So Bob never misses another interesting number. We've hacked into his car's computer and we have a box hooked up that reads mileage numbers. We've got a box glued to his dash that lights up yellow or green depending on whether it receives a 1 or a 2, respectively. It's up to you, interpretive warrior, to glue the parts together. Write a function that parses the mileage number input and returns a 2 if the number is interesting. It's below, and 1 if so, 2 if interesting, 1 if interesting number occurs within the next 2 miles. Or 0 if the number is not interesting. Interesting numbers are 3 or more digits, numbers that meet one or more of the following criteria. Any digits followed by all zeros. Every digit is the same number, 111. The digits are sequential, incrementing. Digits are sequential, decrementing. The digits are palindrome. The digits match one of the values in the awesome phrase array. For incrementing sequencing, 0 should come after 9 and not before 1. For decrementing sequences, 0 should come after 1 and not before. Okay. Damn, this is gonna be hard. So you should expect these inputs and outputs. Your checking number is only interesting if it is greater than 99. So this is condition true. Make here. If it is greater than 99, okay. Input will always be an integer greater than 0 and less than 1 billion. The awesome phrases array will always be provided and will always be an array, but may be empty. Awesome phrases. So I suppose the awesome phrases is an array with the digits. Well, I shouldn't know. What is the awesome phrase? Because I have to guess if I have to see to check if the number is awesome or not. So what is the awesome phrase? It's this array here, but maybe empty. Not everyone thinks numbers spell funny words. I don't understand this awesome phrases stuff, and I don't think they talked about this. Maybe I'm probably missing something. I'll be right back. So first thing that comes to mind to separate the digits is get the remainder divided by 10. Or is either 10 or 9. I think, yeah, probably 10. And then you can do that on a loop and check for this decrementing, incrementing one based on if statements inside of the loop that divides by and gets the remainder. So if every digit is the same, you can probably do the same thing. I think on all of them, I'm gonna need to, because the digits are the ones that matters. So how I'm gonna do that? Probably gonna search for an algorithm to get all the digits of a number separately. The palindrome seems to be. I think the palindrome, you can probably do it in another way by transforming this into a string, and then it becomes a different problem, which is to check if a string is a palindrome or not. I remember solving something like that, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember really well. I guess you can use two pointers. You can turn it into a string, then split it, which is going to be an array of strings. And then you can use two pointers, one starting from the beginning, one starting from the end, and you can compare them to see if it's the same. That's how I solve that. While you loop through the array. The only thing I don't understand about this is this string stuff. The awesome phrases stuff. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna ignore it for now, and I'm gonna search for how to get the digits of a number in Python. It's probably gonna get the remainder by 10 in a loop, but I don't want to think about it and the specifics. This is just for the count. I want to get the digits specifically. I think to get the remainder is probably like this. So I can get digits equals number 10. So print, well, actually, let me remember. One if interesting in next 2 miles. This is also really hard. Because then you gotta see if it is interesting or not, and then increase 2 miles. Just see. Maybe I can put it on the same conditions, on the same condition, and just increase by 2. Doesn't work. Oh, actually, this is getting the other parts probably. So it's probably this that I want. Yeah. But why is it? Okay, so it's 6 here, probably. Yeah, 6. I don't know why it doesn't show this one. It's probably because it's 0. But it should print. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So while number greater than 0. I don't remember how to do while loops in Python. I think it's like this. Then digits equals to this. Oh, actually, yeah. And then I have to divide the number, probably. Yeah, it's interesting that here is showing me the approximation. So what if I do like this? But why is it giving me 0? Maybe if I have to put equal to 0 here. The 7331. It seems to work. So I'm getting the digits from right to left. And then once I have the digits, I can just do a bunch of if-else statements to see if the conditions apply or not. So I'm thinking about creating different variables outside of the while loop and using these variables to check whether or not, or a dictionary. It's 0 to 11. So it's probably if I make it equal to 0, it's gonna be less. But then I'm not really sure if it works. Okay, max both sides are. I don't understand. So why does it work when it's greater than 0 but equal? It doesn't. Hmm. Maybe I have to put int here as well. Because how can it... It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Oh, now it works. So whatever. Yeah, but then am I catching the 0 digits? Probably yes, because it starts... I get the digits before I divide the number. So let me see. 6, 3, 1, 3, 7, 2... Yeah, it seems to be correct. The only issue is that it's not getting this one. So I'm not sure if I'm missing something. We should print the number here. But it also is not showing up here. Oh, because the number is not greater than, it returns 0. Okay. That's why it passes the first test. So now that I have the digits, what should I do? Let me look at the conditions again. Digit followed by 0. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to pass the cases where it's supposed to be true first, and then I think about the 1. Because I think it's basically the same thing, but slightly different. So if every digit is the same, let's start with these two conditions here. So the only difference between this one and this one, well, actually, there's 2 differences. I was gonna say that this one also has all digits are the same. I guess I can test these ones in the same way, but I also need to say that because they have to be specifically 0. So maybe I can create previous digit and make it equal to 0. And then compare with the digits here. Oh, but if how? Because I can't get the, maybe I can get the length. To get the number of iterations, I can get the length of the digit. Maybe that's a better way to do it as well. I can turn the number into a string and get the length, and then loop based on the amount on the length of the number, instead of doing like this. And the reason why I wanna do this is because I can then count to see when I get to the last number, which is gonna be, because I'm starting from right to left, it's gonna be this one. So I only need to check for the previous ones to see if they're 0 or not in order for that condition to work. So let me see. Number length. Okay, so apparently it works. Now the question is if I use number length here and I decrease by 1. Oh, I think I'll leave this loop like this because it seems to be working, so there's no reason. I can just use this variable to count. I can do number length minus 1 equals number length minus 1. And I can use this variable to track. Yeah, but then how I'm gonna know if it's the last number? Because number length is gonna be 0 when it's the last number. But I need to check. Let's make prev digits equals 0. Yeah, the thing is I need to create another variable to just see. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I can check each iteration if the number is equal to 0. If fuck. Thank God it didn't break the screen. If digit equals to 0, then I can do proof digits plus equals 1. And then here, outside of the loop, I can check. Oh. If proof digits is equal to number length. Oh, but then because the issue is I'm decreasing the number length, so I can just use this instead. Return true. Yeah, but the issue is not only this number, but the one case is the problem. Because it's not only if the number is 0, but I think I can also do the same while loop for number plus 2. I can do the same thing that I'm doing here. I think that's the easiest way. I do the same thing that I'm doing here, only doing number plus 2 instead of number. That way I have 2 variations. It's just like testing a different number. But the logic is the same. Maybe I can put this logic in a function, and then I think that would be more efficient, actually. I make another function, and then I put the logic, whatever it is, to test the conditions. And I call the function with different numbers each time for testing the 1 and the 2. Or I can just do that inside of this function and call it recursively. But then it's more difficult, I think. Because you have to see when to stop. Maybe if you can create another variable and say count, and then when count equals 0, and then you can put a condition, but every time there's an interesting number, blah, 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 it's up to write the function that parses the mileage number input and returns a true if the number is interesting, a 1 if an interesting number occurs within the next 2 miles, or a 0. Okay, so I'm not sure as well if here is gonna be equal or equal to this minus 1. Because the last digit doesn't count. I think I'm gonna do this one first. Okay, so it passes. Nice. Not sure why it's passing this one though. Maybe I'm getting 0 when I'm not supposed to. But it seems like I'm getting the right digits here. So why is it increasing here? Because the remainder is 0. But digits should be equal to 1 here. So it shouldn't be increasing. Yeah, It doesn't seem right the way that I'm doing this condition here. So what if I have a digit that's 3? Yeah, 1, it doesn't matter because it's less than 99, it should be 0. So what if it has 3 digits, then it should be at least, it should work as actually. If digits equals 0, previous digits plus equals 1. I'm definitely missing something, otherwise this isn't supposed to pass, I think. So maybe I should print this, just I think I'm gonna move this, print this here and here. So it seems to be different as well. Oh, actually, oh, it's because I'm changing the number, so it can't be, that's the problem. Yeah, I need to create another variable, and yeah, that's why. So I don't want to use this one because this one I'm probably gonna use for the other conditions. So I think it's better to create a different one. And now the other one shouldn't pass. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Well, but then the 0 is not passing as well. So let me print this. And maybe it has to be equal instead of -1 here. So 4, 4, 5, 5, yeah. Let me print previous digit. So this is the one that is supposed to be. No, but it's not all zeros. I was just expecting false, so yeah, I think never mind. I think this should work for the 0 condition. Yes, at least some of them are passing. So now let me think about the other conditions. So if every digit is the same, maybe I can use the same previous digit, yeah, but then it might screw up the other condition. Oh, actually not. I can probably use the previous. Oh no, I can't, because then if I have a number that the remainder is 0 and the digit is 0, then it doesn't work. Because I'm just gonna increase more than I'm supposed to. So the easiest way that comes to my mind is creating another variable and testing to see if the previous it's, yeah, but then I'm thinking about creating a dictionary or something like that and checking each time, each iteration of the loop, just see if the previous value is equal to the current one. The thing is, I need to skip the first iteration as well. I'm probably gonna need two other variables, one to keep track of what iteration it is. Or maybe I can use number length for that. Yeah, can probably use number length for that. Oh, the other thing that no, I think it's fine. I was gonna say that this might change because I'm changing the number here, but because I'm initializing here, I don't think that's a problem. It's just gonna be counting the way that it is supposed to. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna need to use a count as well because number length starts from the length of the number. And so maybe it's not. Uh, Let me think. Yeah, I think it's not better to use the number. Probably gonna do this and then do count here instead. It's probably better to do that. And then here I do count plus equals 1. So if count's different than 0, then I'm gonna do the other conditions. Not greater, different than 0. And then here I need to create another variable. Maybe this is better to make 0 counts. And then I can make previous digit equal to a dictionary. That was that. So I think all I need is to keep track of the but the thing, let me think. Because I need to initialize it in the first iteration, the previous digit, and then I need to compare the digit with the previous digit. Yeah, so here, but I'm not sure if it's better to do it as a dictionary or as a number. Or maybe I can do here equals digit. And then I do if count equals 0 and compare. Because then I'm gonna comparing. Oh, but then, yeah, doesn't make sense. I need to make it after the condition. That's the thing. Because on the first iteration, it makes previous digits equals to digit. And then it changes the digit and then I compare each one. Yeah, but then how I'm gonna know if it's the same number or not? That's why I'm thinking it's maybe better to create a dictionary, because that way I can make different key values for each condition. Yeah, maybe it's better to do this. I can make priv equals 0. And ban this box here. Sync. Just sync. So previous, same. The only thing that I'm not sure is if I can do this here. Probably can. And then here I can make if the previous is equal to digits, the same plus equals 1. That way I count, and then I can do, maybe I can do an OR statement here, or I can check on the same line, equals number length. Yeah, let's see if this passes. Oh, it's because I changed this. And I should change here as well. Oh, actually. No, it shouldn't matter. Oh, actually, I should change to 0 count here. That's the thing. Yeah. Because I'm checking for 0 count. Okay. But it's still not passing. Oh, let me see. Oh, there isn't any test case here that they are all the same. So maybe let me create one. I don't know what this other stuff is. This is interesting here. I'm still not passing. Oh, should equal true as well. And it's giving me none. Hmm. It's probably because I'm not returning anything. Let me see if I attempt. And it's still 7. Maybe I should return the 0 as the default as well. Oh, maybe it's passing now? No, it's not passing. Monotone. So what's the problem here? I'm making it equal to the digit here. I'm only testing if count is different than 0, which it is 0 in the first. And if the previous is equal to digit, then I'm using the same. Maybe I should print this here. Might be because I'm miscounting the number length with the loop. I'm not sure if the loop stops at the number length or one before. That's the thing. Oh, it has to be catching all the digits. Yeah, but then that's the problem because I'm not comparing. Or maybe it has to be -1 here, actually. But then I'm not sure if. Yeah, that's the problem. Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be catching all the numbers and comparing checking if all of them are the same. Or maybe this works. Let's see. Okay, so no. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. No, it seems to be that one. Yeah, so now is only. I think it's working now. Showing monotone numbers is probably the one that I was failing before. Yeah. And I'm missing this awesome phrases stuff here. I think I'm gonna handle the other ones before. So now this one, let me think. So for this, I can do the same condition here, probably, and just use the same variable, probably. Because I just need to return, I think I'm gonna do an elif statement. So incrementing is +1. I'm starting from the either plus or minus is doesn't matter probably, because it's both cases that it should return true. Equals to digit -1, or then I can just do this same as well. I think this works probably for these two cases. Then the palindrome is the one that I'm probably gonna need to do it separately. Oh, it's passing through palindromic numbers. Incrementing numbers. Oh, it's failing the ones with the 0. That's the problem. Because 0 should be considered higher than. And decrementing is working. Yeah, but after I do these ones, then I think for this one it's gonna be the same logic, with just a different. I'll think about these ones later. Let me think about this. The 0 is the problem here. When incrementing. So how do I say if the first digit is a 0? Let me see how much time I have. I might not look at the solutions for this one. I have 10 minutes. Because I think I'm gonna be able to solve this with enough time. I'm almost solving it, probably. So maybe I can add another value here and to check for 0. First 0, let's say. So if count equals 1, yeah, I can do another condition. If count equals 1, to see if it is the first iteration. And deprev is gonna be 0. Then I do a different logic here. Let me think. I think you can just do if digit equals to 9. Yeah, because the prev is the previous digit. So if digit equals to 9, which it is supposed to be seen as the next one. Anything else other than 9, I should probably not increment. But if it's 9, then I increment. And then I don't need to change here, I think. Because this is not gonna be, let's see, previous is 0. So yeah, the case where it is zeros is not gonna happen, because then it's not gonna be 9, it's gonna be 0. So it's not gonna add more than it should. Yes, I think maybe this works. Let me just see. Okay, so now it's passing. Just this one. 3, 2, 1, 0. Show decrementing now, it's failing. So when it's decrementing, it's actually incrementing because I'm looking at the other way. So yeah, but I don't think this changes anything. So it's probably a mistake on this logic here. The previous. So it's gonna be 0 and the other one's gonna be 1. Yeah, I don't understand why this is failing here. Hmm. Maybe it's because of this condition here, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. And then there are some. Apparently, this is working as well for the palindromic numbers, even though I didn't even think about it yet. And this one, I don't understand why I'm not. It's not correct. Maybe it's because of the awesome phrases thing. Trying to think where should I put print statements here to See what's wrong with this one. So let me think. So the previous should be equal to. So first time is gonna be 0. Oh, maybe it's because of that. Yeah. Let me see actually. Prints digits. Oh, so it does give me 0 on the first time. So this is 0. So count plus equal. Count plus equals 1. So it's gonna skip this on the first iteration. The previous equals digits. So it's gonna be 0 and then 1. Then 1 is 1. So it's not the same, skips this. Count equals 1 and the previous equals 0. Oh, it's because of this. Because count is equal to 1 and the previous is equal to 0. So it's only incrementing if it's 9. That's the problem. So maybe instead of elif, if I put if here, it works for that one. Because then it checks this regardless of this one. Because I think what's happening is checking this one and then it checks that both are and then it skips this if statement because of that. Let me see. Let me take this off. So it's easier to see. Yeah, so now I think he's passing. Yeah, nice. So now it's only these awesome phrases and these palindromic numbers. I don't understand this. They didn't talk about these awesome phrases. What am I supposed to do? The awesome phrases array will always be provided and will always be an array, but may be empty. Not everyone thinks numbers spell funny words. I guess it's based on the arrays here. Should just check if number. Oh, maybe I should do this in the beginning because I'm gonna change the number. Oh, there we go. So now is only the palindromic number, which I'm probably gonna convert this into a string, and then I'm gonna do the pointers stuff. And then for the cases where it should be equal to 1, I'm just gonna put the logic of this in another function, and then I'm gonna call the function with number plus true. So maybe I should do that now. Oh no, first I'm gonna handle this one. Yeah, so I think I should make another variable here, number string is equal to string number. And then at the end, I'm gonna check for this one. So number string dot split. Or maybe I don't need to split, I can just... Yeah, I think I'm gonna just use this variable and loop through this. I think the way to solve this is you create one pointer for the first one and one for the last one. And then yeah, I can probably use the length, create another variable, make it equal to the length, and then decrease the variable on each iteration and increase the other, and use the key for the increasing one and check if they are the same. But then the problem, I remember that the issue with that is that if you have I don't remember if it's odd or even, because then you're not splitting in the middle. It's gonna have one odd character there. But maybe this is enough to pass. Let me just call index equals length number string. So print key. It's index. But then I should be... That's the problem. Because I should be only looping based on the middle of the thing, the number. And this is an odd... I always forget what is odd and even in English, but... Yeah, so I guess this character doesn't matter for the thing. Yeah, there we go. So now I can use these ones, maybe. How do I do this? Number string. And number string index. Level 4 is not easy. What's level 4? Alright, Q. You're talking about the... Surprisingly, this, so far, it has been very easy compared to the other ones. String index out of range. Okay. So maybe it has to be -1. Yeah, let's put -1 here and see. Yeah, so now I think this is working. The only concern I have is if I put a condition here, is if it's gonna screw up the other ones. Another thing about Codewars is that I'm not sure if... I think it's supposed to go from 8 to 1 from the queues, and 1 is the highest, and then it goes from 1 to 8, but I haven't seen any challenges that are beyond the 1 queue. So maybe it's a level thing, you need to get there first, and then you unlock the challenges, but I haven't seen. And this one so far it has been a lot easier than other ones. So I think it also depends really on the challenge, because maybe it is easier for me, but more difficult to other people, and then vice versa. Some challenges are easier for other people and harder for me, and they are the same level. So it's kind of subjective in a way as well. So here what I'm doing is I'm getting the last number and the first number of the string, because I transform this into a string, and then I'm going to use this to compare if they are both the same. Oh, but then that's the problem, because... Oh, maybe I can create another count here. Count 2 equals 0. And then I can increase this count. So if this equals this, count 2 plus equals 1. And then I can compare here in the end, if count 2 equals to iter times, then I return true. Nice, there we go. So I think I solved all of them. Now I can put this in the function. Def verify. I think I'm just gonna give it any name. And I'm gonna pass the number. And I'm gonna put all this stuff here. Oh, actually, let me think. So it has to be up to here, probably. Yeah. So I think I can erase this stuff from here. Let me see if it just is passing all of the other ones. I'm not calling it anywhere, so that's a problem. And I'm also, I should probably pass everything. That's the problem. So I think I'm gonna pass, I'm just gonna pass everything. Is simpler, easier. Everything that I did on the other one. And then I'm gonna call this verify. I should also pass this here. And then I'm gonna call verify with this. Check 1. Check 2. Yeah, but then that's the problem. So I'm pretty much running the same function for different numbers, and then yeah, but that's the thing. I should actually maybe I should remove this from here, and I put this return here. So that way all that this function is doing is calling the other ones with 2 different numbers. But then I should have a variable here that, yeah, I can put another variable. Maybe, what can I call this variable? Because then I can use this variable to return either 1 or 2. Let me put C equals true. So now every place that I have a return true here, I can make C and pass C equals none as default. If, yeah, but then that's the thing. Oh, actually, no. If C equals true, return 1. Same thing here. Same thing here. Yeah, I think these are all the places. Let's see if this works. Yeah, now I'm failing everything. Or maybe I don't need to put equals true. I can just pass if C as well. But now, oh, it's probably because I'm not returning this. That's the thing. Oh, but it should be returning when it calls here, the function. Let me see something. I guess I can just use the values. I don't need to pass this variable here. Just gonna remove this C. Let's see. Check 1 equals this. Check 2 equals this. Because I think they're gonna return me the value, and then I can just do the conditions to check. Okay, 0, 0. I'm also printing something else. Yeah, I forgot to erase this here. Yeah, so now I'm returning thing. If check 1. Yeah, but then I also need to put No, if check 1 equals true, equals 0, or check true equals 0, return 0, check 1 equals true, return true, leave. Oh, actually, this doesn't work. Let me read this again. Write a function that parses the mileage number input and returns a true if the number is interesting, a 1 if an interesting number occurs within the next few miles, or a 0. Yeah, but then which one do I need to check first? What if the number is interesting and occurs in the next few miles? No, it can't be both at the same time, actually. Yeah, so it's probably better to do the check of the number first. It doesn't matter, probably, because they're not gonna both be true at the same time. No, so something is wrong. So let me print again. It's obviously something that I'm doing here on this part because it was working before. So check 1. I'm getting 0. It's because of this statement. That's the thing. So let me try like this. Okay, so now all of these are working, but the upcoming are not working. Maybe. Hmm. Oh, it's because I'm returning 0 either way. So maybe I should put this one in the bottom. Yeah. If check 1 equals 0, turn 0. Almost. So maybe this should be equal. Okay. Zero should equal 1. I think I have to do some things, so I'm gonna have to stop here, but I'm gonna finish this probably. Uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this next time I come on. So probably I'm gonna return in a few hours probably and finish this. So see you then.